career opportunities in this field are quite limited.
This slide shows that there has been minimal growth.
Undergraduates may pursue specific interests within certificate programs.
Our professor is hosting the Business Development Conference.
The library holds a substantial collection of materials on economic history.
Classical mechanics is sometimes considered a branch of applied mathematics.
The ways in which people communicate are constantly changing.
Physics is a key subject for understanding the world and the universe.
We can't consider any increase in our prices at this stage.
Many children start producing words before they are able to walk.
Assignments should be submitted to the department office before the deadline.
Air pollution is a serious problem all over the world.
Native speakers are exempt from language tests in their own language.
Clinical placements in nursing prepare students for professional practice.
Please return library books to their correct positions on the shelves.
The toughest part of postgraduate education is the funding.
The railways made long-distance travel possible for everyone.
This is an integrated course with several main elements.
A celebrated theory is still a source of great controversy.
We study science to understand and appreciate the world around us.
The economic predictions turned out to be incorrect.
The digital revolution has changed the way we read.
A laptop computer has been found in the biology lab.
A surprisingly large number of students applied for that course.
A typical task of this course involves a study of society.
Academic journals are usually edited by subject specialists.
Academic libraries across the world are steadily incorporating social media.
Advanced technology will create growth in the economy.
All medical students must clean their hands before entering the room.
All of your assignments should be submitted by next Tuesday.
An essay should use evidence from both primary and secondary sources.
Archaeologists discovered tools and artifacts in ancient tombs.
Banks charge interest for money they loan to their customers.
Being bilingual is not necessarily having the ability of understanding two languages.
Biology involves the study of life at all levels.
Blue whales are the largest mammals that have ever lived on Earth.
Businesses must obey contemporary general regulations.
Career mobility is very important for new graduates.
Certain organisms can reproduce using just one parent.
City planners recognize the need for accessible public transport options.
Consumer confidence tends to increase as the economy expands. Control systems in manufacturing require a high level of accuracy.
Courses are assessed by group work and individual assignments.
Dealing with the growing population is a challenge for many governments.
Distance learning allows you to develop a career around your commitments.
Economic development needs to be supported by the government.
Even simple techniques need to be practiced to become better.
Findings show that cocoa in dark chocolate improves memory, immunity and mood. Firm conclusions can be established through rigorous experiments.
Food has become a political issue in the world.
Food that contains antibiotics provides little or no nutritional value.
Graphs and charts allow data to be more easily understood. Graphs are often useful for geographical research.
He has landed a job in a prestigious law firm.
Implementation figures are expected to improve in the next few years.
Discuss the job opportunity in an automated workforce.
Information technology has changed the way we live today.
International exchanges form the important part of our study program.
Every student has both the right and the ability to succeed.
It is clear that the human population impacts the environment.
It might not be possible to solve the problem easily.
Journalism faces the crisis in the light of the digital revolution.
Lecture outlines are available on the college's internal website.
Libraries in many areas were closed due to the lack of funding.
Library plays an important role in student life.
Make sure you choose a course that provides you with good career opportunities.
Making a mistake is fine, as long as you learn from it. Many universities are continuously expanding the postgraduate education online learning resources.
Many universities provide exchange programs to other countries. Mature students usually adapt to university life extremely well.
Mechanical engineering has become predominant since the Industrial Revolution.
Medical researchers have focused on different causes of diseases and treatments. Muscle cells bring parts of the body closer together.
Mutually exclusive events can be described as either complementary or opposite.
New development in technology contributes to current research.
New materials and techniques are changing the style of modern architecture.
Nutrition plays a key role in athletic performance.
Our aim is to transmit mathematics teaching in the classroom.
Our company currently employs more than 10,000 people worldwide. Our company must have independent financial auditing.
Our laboratory equipment is provided free of charge.
Packaging is very important to attract the attention of a buyer.
Parents are financially responsible for their children up until they reach adulthood.
Peer review is a central part of scientific methods.
Population geography includes the study of demography.
Protective clothing must always be worn all the time.
Purity is one feature that makes gold expensive.
Read the safety instructions before using any equipment in the workshop.
Reading histories involves a level of careful selections.
The vocabulary with particular meaning is jargon.
Important details from the argument are missing from the summary.
Renovation works have been undertaken throughout the building.
Rising inflation means an increase in goods prices and a decrease in demand for consumer products.
Scientists recognize differences among water molecule content.
Slides and handouts can be downloaded after lectures.
Social media is criticized for causing internet addiction.
Some vocational courses of institution are funded by private enterprises. Sound waves are unable to travel through vacuum.
Speak to your tutor if you need further assistance.
The student shop has a range of stationery. Students may only use parking cards in authorized university parking spaces.
Students who attempted to go to the conference must register now.
Studying medicine is always with a wide range of opportunities.
Take the first step to apply for your university scholarship.
The amount of time spent on configuration varies considerably.
The business policy seminar includes an internship with a local firm.
Most known oil reserves only last for half a century.
The closing date for applications for travel scholarships is next Monday.
The coffee machine on the third floor is not working today.
The course covers architecture planning and construction on the international scale.
The deadline for this assignment is tomorrow.
The degree is taught by using a mixture of lectures and seminars.
The extent of advertising on children is very much open to debate.
The food crops require a large amount of water and fertilizer.
The history department is very active in research.
The history lecture has been moved to the lecture theatre.
The history of this university is a long and interesting one.
The lecture tomorrow will discuss educational policies in the United States.
The library will be closed for staff training tomorrow morning.
The museum is closed on Thursday mornings every month.
The new media has transformed the traditional, national boundaries.
The night sky has always involved mystery and wonder. The paper challenged many previously accepted theories.
The public is often misled by the biased coverage.
The research shows that spending time outdoors has a range of benefits.
The research was investigating the great impact of gender on social attitude.
The researchers are disappointed that their materials are proven to be inconclusive.
The results of the study underscored the discoveries from early detection.
The scholarship is available for both local and international students.
The site is designed to be highly interactive.
The student magazine is looking for a new editor.
The studies showed Hong Kong people are the most active in Asia.
The study of utilizing projects is funded by the university.
The teaching staff are actively engaged in the original research.
The terms illness and disease are confusing, despite clear differences.
The theatre courses are encouraging students to exercise creativity.
The university library holds a number of collections of geological maps.
The university's main library will be open till midnight until next Monday.
The untapped potential for using the sun's rays is phenomenal.
The use of mobile phone is not permitted in the library.
There is a pharmacy on campus near the bookstore.
There is a variety of different ways to present statistical information.
There is a welcome party for all new students each term.
There is no economic recognition that borrowing is necessarily bad.
These words recognize the excellence of the undergraduate's research projects.
They developed a unique approach to training their employees.
This book can be borrowed for a maximum of 1 week.
This course aims to develop your knowledge of statistics.
The essay will argue that technology does more harm than good.
Undergraduates have a wide range of cultural modules to choose from.
Unemployment rate has fallen to its lowest level in years.
We are phasing out the disposable cups on campus.
We can all meet in the office after the lecture.
We help students to develop their individuals and follow their interests.
We hold visiting tours throughout the year for students.
Without doubt, this theory has a number of limitations.
You must be able to work in a team.
You must set a security question when resetting your password.
You should provide examples to support your ideas and arguments.
Your statistical information depends on your raw data.
Critical thinking is one part of a broad education.
The English and Journalism degree has certain placements in the third year.
The history of economics is a tricky subject to study.
A good architectural structure should be usable, durable, and beautiful.
Practical experiments are an essential part of the chemistry course.
Please turn off the lights to save energy.
There are more opportunities to receive the grants in most artistic fields.
A world expert on financial management will give the guest lecture.
When launching a product, researching and investing is very important.
You need to hand in the essay next semester.
Students who study environmental biology need to do fieldwork.
Students are required to have a biology degree to be enrolled in this course.
Safety glasses should be worn while doing experiments in the lab.
Traffic is the main cause of air pollution in many cities.
There is an agreed consensus that leadership skills can be taught.
As student union members, we can influence change in the university.
Computer science has become a popular university degree course.
Practical experience is a vital part of legal training.
Novelists write things that they know about.
Relying on natural ability will not get you far in science.
All industries consist of systems of inputs, processes, outputs and feedback.
The posters are on display at the larger lecture theater.
Recession triggers creativity and high rates of entrepreneurship due to past experience.
A new camera can identify your eyes and focus on them.
Students will study language literature in ancient Greece.
Several candidates were qualified as the greatest scientists of all time.
Farming methods around the world have developed greatly in recent times.
Organizational failure is considered from various perspectives of academic literature.
Manufacturing now brings more people in than agriculture and fishing combined.
University fees are expected to increase next year.
There is a clear need for further research in this field.
The Earth's atmosphere is mostly composed of nitrogen and oxygen.
You can have your laptop during the exam.
She has made a significant contribution to the field of chemistry.
We have sufficient ways to study brain action.
Please visit the website for information about opening time.
The dance department stages elaborated performance each semester.
The elective course introduces engineering students to construct practices and concepts.
The key difference between courses is the kind of assessment.
Certain scientific principles need to be learned verbally or by logical deduction.
A good scientific paper should have clear arguments.
Students are encouraged to think carefully about their accommodation needs.
The course will help students to improve their pronunciation skills.
Some people believe that education should be free for all.
This course provides the opportunity to get valuable industry experience. Find out how to get your resources before your research.
Experts are able to forecast weather for a long period.
The ability to work with fellow students cannot be stressed enough. Studies show there is a positive correlation between the two variables.
The assessment of this course will begin next week. The introduction is an important component of a good presentation. Please remember to bring a highlighter to class next Wednesday.
Water taps on the campus will discourage the frequent use of plastic bottles.
Americans have progressively defined the process of plant growth and reproductive development in quantitative terms.
The digital camera has some advantages over traditional film. The island is located at the south end of the bay.
Philosophy uses logic and reasons to analyze human experience.
The project is divided into 4 main sections.
This course puts great emphasis on critical thinking skills.
Continuing students will be receiving the necessary application forms.
Students must attend the safety course before entering the engineering workshop.
Students would develop confidence in their ability to think critically.
Economic problems caused a big rise in unemployment.
The economy is now on its first signs of recovery.
Most scientists believe that climate change threatens life on the Earth.
Students will focus on reporting news on the changing media world.
Statistical results should be expressed in different ways depending on the circumstances.
This class will look at the structure of the essay.
The visiting speaker used to be a lecturer in this department.
We have to reduce the use of our plastic material.
In his lifetime, he composed most of the works.
The other book is not thorough, but it's more insightful.
The article considered the leisure habits of teenagers in rural areas or places.
Some students find true or false questions harder than short answer questions.
An architect requires problem-solving skills and an eye of design.
A wide range of aspects is covered in this subject.
The scientific beneficiary of space exploration is frequently questioned.
She began by giving an outline of the previous lecture.
Scientists have found all parts of science.
Application forms for sharing accommodations must be completed 2 months in advance.
Students must present a valid identification to enroll in this course.
He wrote poetry and plays as well as scientific papers.
Student representatives will be visiting classes with voting forms.
We are researching the most significant challenges we are facing today. Despite their differences, all forms of life share the same characteristics.
All of the assignments must be submitted in person to the faculty office.
And in that regard, as well as in other regards, it stands as an important contribution.
Consumer confidence has a direct influence on sales. Convincing evidence to support this theory is hard to obtain.
It is really a comprehensive program comprising both theory and practice.
Peer group pressure has a great effect on young people.
Some economists argue that the entire financial system is fatally flawed. Students are advised to use multiple methods for this project.
Students must pass all the qualifying examinations.
The aim is to reduce the risk that people take.
Writing an essay is easy once the research is finished.
Listening is the key to succeeding in this course.
We were able to contact a number of research subjects.
The bus to London will leave 10 minutes later than expected.
Employment opportunities available in engineering are increasing rapidly.
Please note that the seminar has been cancelled now.
You must wear closed shoes when working in the lab.
One student representative will be selected from each class. His analyses appear to be based on the fourth premise. All of your arguments must be supported by evidence and relevant theories. A good academic essay should have a clear argument.
A regional assembly was moved to the devolution of power.
All answers must be examined and supported by relevant theory.
Artists, other than politicians, played their own roles as critics of the culture.
A number of assignments will be gathered to the conference.
Lectures are the oldest and the most formal teaching method at universities.
Let me give you an example to explain what I mean.
Most of the theories were similar, but a few critics disagreed.
No more than 4 people can be in the lab at once.
The development has a great negative impact on the environment.
Some people argue that education is not that important.
Students are encouraged to monitor their own attendance.
The department has a higher proportion of postgraduate students.
The meeting has some struggling overlaps.
The American astronomers made a plan for landing a spaceship on Mars.
Research is required in the field of food science.
Digital gadgets have now become an important part of all people's everyday life.
There was a prize for the best student of the presentation.
Everyone must complete assignments before the deadline. This means we will have so many troubles on the lam.
Medical students study for at least 6 years in university.
The gap between the rich and the poor does not decrease.
Check the website if you are looking for discounted textbooks.
Students are encouraged to take part in their studies as well as games.
Our courses help to improve critical thinking and independent learning skills.
The science library is currently located on the ground of the library.
Strangely, people are impacted by spontaneously using statistics.
The department has a higher than normal proportion of postgraduate students. The Industrial Revolution in Europe was driven by steam technology.
The office hours will be changed from next term.
The teacher training is an observation of the classes.
Universities need to secure the grants for research subjects.
All essays and seminar papers must be submitted to your tutor via email.
Globalization has been an overwhelming urbanization phenomenon.
The garden behind the university is open to the public in summer.
Gravity makes objects attracted to one another.
The academic tradition of the school ensures excellence.
Note: lecture will begin punctually, so please do not be late.
You need to put these books on the table over there.
Sugar is a compound which consists of carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. The stock market redesigned the market throughout the world.
We can have a lecture on the morning of Thursday.
The year when the ship of artifacts was wrecked interests historians.
Scholarship applications must be handed in at the end of the month. Many universities' lectures can now be reviewed on the Internet.
The marine environment has been destroyed by pollution and unsustainable development.
She doesn't even care about anything but what is honest and true.
Eating fish twice a week is a recommendation for a healthy diet.
There are many different styles of business management.
The course involves pure and applied mathematics.
Psychologists say what we have experienced influences our behaviors.
Honey can be used as food and health product.
The policy aims to increase investment in foreign currency.
Your ideas are discussed depending on your seminar or tutorial.
Field trips are essential parts of most geography courses.
You can pay by cash or using a credit card.
Sugar is a compound including carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms.
Students should leave their bags on the table by the door.
It helps you to rationally assess your arguments. A visit to a design museum is greatly valued.
The government is funding research studies on the consequences of unemployment.
The department works closely with its partners in the business community.
The farmers need to adapt to the changes in the climate.
The audition for the university choir will be on hold on the next week.
Extracurricular activities can help students to develop more talents.
It is hard to anticipate all their actions.
Art and design are competitive fields to work in.
The skills of great stage actors cannot be taught.
Linguistics is the scientific study and analysis of language.
An effective business manager is always open to new ideas.
The disease that was serious has now been eradicated.
Providers of higher education treat plagiarism extremely seriously.
Urban planning emphasizes the efficiency and expansion of community.
When the roots of a plant failed, foliage suffers.
It is interesting to observe the development of language skills of toddlers.
Many university lectures can now be viewed on the Internet.
The course will start with the history of architecture.
Experts say learning and listening to music can reduce the stress.
Our company is intended to hire more than 10,000 people worldwide.
The British students need to study mathematics in secondary school.
The Internet has transformed the nature of publishing.
Many important policies need to be made.
Thousands of people turned out ahead of the prestigious election.
For small businesses, making a profit is the main priority.
Students are recommended to read new books by Professor Johns. We are fixing up disposable cups on campus.
Businesses must adapt to the data protection regulations.
Please make sure your application follows the guidelines provided.
Students are permitted to park in campus parking spaces.
Online courses allow students to work at their own pace.
Companies' projects must adapt to the general data protection regulations.
Scientific experiments should be repeated in order to verify the results.
The falling birth rate means the number of students drops.